Okay, so maybe we can have start with Girish Prabhu. You can read 4 or 5 lines of this purport of Srila Prabhupada Prabhu. Just have to mute. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Purport. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart as the super soul. Does this mean that he has become divided? No, actually, he is one. The example is given of the sun. The sun at the meridian is situated in its place. But if one goes for 5,000 miles in all directions and asks where is the sun, everyone will say that it is shining on his head. In the Vedic literature, this example is given to show that although he is undivided, he is situated as if divided.
Thank you, Prabhu. So if we can now have Jolly Mataji, would you like to read the next few lines?
Yes, Prabhu. Can you make the font a bit larger, please? Is it possible?
Yeah, let me try, Mataji. Okay. So
How many lines did you say?
Maybe another three to four lines,
Okay.
starting from also. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it is said in Vedic literature that one Vishnu is present everywhere, but his opulence, just as the sun, appears in many places to many persons. And the Supreme Lord, although the maintainer of every living entity, devours everything at the time of annihilation. Oh, sorry, an entity devours everything in the time of annihilation. This was confirmed in the 11th chapter, where the Lord said that he had come to devour all the warriors assembled at Kurukshetra.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see who we have here. We can have maybe Hema Mataji. Would you like to read the remaining paragraph for us?
Prabhuji, Hema Mataji just popped out.
Oh, Prabhu, then you go ahead, please, if you like to read. Are you okay to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
He
starting
also,
from here. Yeah.
Yeah. He also mentioned that in the form of time, he devours also. He is the annihilator, the killer of all. When there is creation, he develops all from their original state. And at the time of annihilation, he devours them. The Vedic hymns confirm the fact that he is the origin of all living entities and the rest of all. After creation, everything rests in his omnipotence, and after annihilation, everything again returns to rest in him. These are the confirmations of Vedic hymns. Yatova imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivati yat prayanti abhisham vishanti tad brahma tad vigna shava Tatriya Upanishad 3.1.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. So thank you all for coming. I can see maybe this time probably doesn't work for everybody because during the day devotees are quite busy doing their household chores. But my only intention to do the chat at this time is because Sachinandan Maharaj is giving class this evening. So I thought if we could all come together now and have a discussion and read a chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it would be nice. And if you all can stay for joining us for the contact calling call, that would be even nicer. So it's a very short purport with couple of important points Prabhupada is making. So I've made them onto my slides, which I'm going to share with you now. So the first and the foremost point is that in this third section of this chapter, we are going through where we are discussing, Krishna is explaining the object of the knowledge, Jnanagya, Arjuna's, which was in relations to the sixth question of Arjuna, if you remember those questions which were asked initially. And in this particular verse, the theme is that the super soul is undivided. So although super soul appears divided, but it is situated as one. So, and Prabhupada gives a very beautiful analogy in that relation, which we will have a look at shortly. Although maintainer of all living entities, he devours and develops all, you see. So the first point is, how is it that the super soul is one, but at the same time divided? Divided in the sense he's there in everybody, right? So how does that work? So Srila Prabhupada, as genius he is, and being a pure devotee of the Lord, is able to represent these some of these concepts which may seemingly look very difficult for us to understand, you see. So that is why many times when I meet senior devotees and I ask them, what do you think was the biggest contribution of Prabhupada? Most of them, among so many contribution, has said that actually his biggest contribution was his purports, which he gave to so many literatures. If we read this particular verse, which we just read, of course, it's an illuminating and a nice verse, but to really bring the point home, you need a help of another devotee who's coming in the disciplic succession directly from Arjuna or Krishna, who can explain us in a very relative manner. So that's why you see, when we hear Bhagavad Gita or read Bhagavad Gita, it is an eye opener for us, because compared to any other literature which we read, will not probably penetrate enough to go into our heart to make a significant change in our life for good. Whereas if we were to pick up the Bhagavad Gita, it has a, a solid foundation and a great opportunity for to revolutionize our consciousness, which at the moment, having come in the contact with the material energy, is in a polluted state. So when we read these wonderful words of the Lord directly emanating from his lotus mouth in the form of Bhagavad Gita, we are worshipping the Lord through our intelligence. Our intelligence is getting sharpened, and we are able to then nicely worship the Lord in the best of the best possible ways. So here, the example in the Vedic literature is given: Lord's presence in everyone's heart does not imply that he's divided. But the analogy is given by Prabhupada that how if has a sun, if at a meridian is in one place, we see that, right? But if we go 5,000 miles in all directions, everyone experiences the sun's presence on their head. One may experience it slightly onto this side of a hemisphere, and sometimes on this side. But the fact is, the sun, it's the same sun, but it is enlightening the whole cosmos, or at least this earthly planet, in a very, very amazing way. You know, you wake up at New Zealand and Australia where the sun is rising in the morning, and then it's coming all the way down to sort of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, India. Then you come to Middle East, and then you come to Russia, and then to Europe, and then finally moving towards, other parts of the Europe, going into America, South America, North America, Japan. So the whole, it's all revolving, it's quite amazing if you think of it for a moment, that what a wonderful benediction we have in the form of this beautiful illuminating sun who's giving us a life. So similarly, Prabhupada is saying you can experience the presence of the soul. And the Vedic literature say that one Vishnu is present everywhere by his omnipotence. And this is the same Vishnu who's present in our heart in the form of Paramatma. And the Vedic hymns confirm him as the origin of all and rest of all. Right at the outset of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the very first canto, the first verse, it is explained that he's the source of all the creation. Janmadi yasya yataha unvayad itaratas charte shava abhijanat swarat tene brahma hidaye adikavye muyyanti yat surayo tejo vari mritam yatha vinimayo yatrati sargo Shama Dhamna Svena Sada Hu Dhamna Se Dhamna Svena Sada Hirasat Ku Hukam Satyam Param Dhimahi. So the very first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is bringing us to this point that Bhagavatam is Lord Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. He is also the source of Lord Brahma, to whom he gave birth. And it is to Lord Brahma that he imparted this Vedic knowledge directly into his heart. And only then Brahma could do anything or make further creation. Otherwise, there was no question of Brahma to be able to create without having been empowered by Lord Krishna. So this word empowerment is a very significant word, and this is what the devotees should seek in order to seek a better understanding of devotional service. When we are praying to the Lord, when we are praying to the devotees, that I'm not able to understand a concept, but when we pray to Srila Prabhupada, to our acharyas, to Shishi Nitai Gaur, Shishi Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Shishi Radha Gokulanand, that my Lord, I'm really dumb. But if you so desire, then please help me sharpen my intelligence so that I can understand this knowledge and purify my heart. Sometimes it is difficult to read certain concepts in the literature we may not be able to understand. But as long as we have a prayerful mood, if it is okay with the devotees, I'm just going to mute everybody because there's some background noise coming. So, as long as we have a prayerful mood, then we will be able to understand. And these analogies of Srila Prabhupada will start to make much more sense for us actually. So this is the sum and bonum of this particular verse, and that how the Lord is divided. He's everywhere. He's there in the spiritual world. He's with us. And the example of sun is given, that how the sun is spread throughout the world. And similarly, the Lord is in the form of super soul, is situated in our heart, in every living entity, and also in this manifestation. And at the same time, He's there in the spiritual world. So I wanted to, maybe because we only had half an hour and the text was also small. So I want to end here, but I want to share with you a couple of nice points in relation to what Srila Prabhupada and the devotees of Prabhupada are doing, because it's the month of marathon now. We are already in the marathon, especially the chat members, and we are getting now very soon officially into our winter marathon, the month of December, where the entire society, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, comes together for one purpose, which is to disseminate this knowledge of Krishna consciousness at large with people. And I cannot think honestly for a better time than this time in the month of Kartik, and among the entire month, the month of Bhisham Panchak, where we are trying to use our whatever little strength Krishna has given. It is difficult if somebody is doing fasting, if somebody is trying to follow certain vrat in Bhisham Panchak and at the same time try to push on service. Prabhupada did say, for the sake of service, you do what it takes you to keep your body and soul together. But the main thing is, somehow or other, we have to endeavor. You know, we may be 75-year-old, or we may be 10-year-old, or we may be 5-year-old or 6-year-old. We have seen children taking part in the marathon. Now the children have started presenting Bhagavad Gita to many, many other parents with the help of the wonderful parents who are training them. And they will soon be able to present this literature to so many people and request them to accept this culture of Bhagavad Gita and help us to disseminate this knowledge to many, many souls in this world. So I wanted to read some ways of, in these difficult times, where how can we reach out to other people, and what are some of the ways of distributing Prabhupada books. So kindly hear this. This is Navina Nirad Prabhu, a wonderful disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, who mostly he lives in Mayapur and also a lot of time in North America, at ISKCON of Silicon Valley, where my Guru Maharaj is. So he's writing about approaching some offices, like when we work in the offices, or approaching our friends or colleagues' offices. So let's see what he has to say. In street distribution, everything goes quick. People take a few books and donate, but in industries and large offices, you need a more sophisticated presentation. You sit and talk to the boss, convincing him to buy at least 10, 20, or 30 books, telling him about the kind of books you have, who you are, and what you want. To avoid wasting time, you always have to show you will always have to be sure you are speaking to the right person, the owner, the boss, or the cashier, who can authorize expenditure even if the boss is not there. Generally, you meet three types of bosses. Number one, he wants the books for himself and will probably pay a good price. You will definitely meet that kind of a person. Number two, he takes many books for his employees, so you discount the books. And number three, he simply wants to donate to your cause, and according to the amount he gives, you give him a few books. You can give a receipt to. If no responsible person is there, you can try to sell books to the secretary or telephone operator or someone in charge. Krishna only wants to see our sincere desire, and he will send appreciative persons. Avoid double talk or tricks, but at the same time be fearless and sure of what you're doing. They like that. If a secretary asks you whether you want to sell something, you shouldn't be afraid to say no just to get to the boss. Then present things straight. When you tell the boss what these books would cost in the stores and that you have offering them at a low price to the industries and offices, he will like it because they are used to getting things cheaper than the people who have to go to the shops. Be friendly, tell some good jokes, but stick to the point of getting him to take the books. And even if they throw us out, we can live with that. We should never insist too much or agitate people. Because if he doesn't take the books now, he will take them later. In Switzerland, we come by every year or every second year, and if we left a good impression, next time they will take books for sure. We would always work in combination with Super Soul. He's ready to inspire these people. When it's not possible to see a responsible person, you have to pass by another time or make an appointment with him. Or you just leave it up to Krishna and they will get the books in another way. We must have faith that maybe it is not our turn to give him the mercy. Maybe Krishna has some other plan. We cannot be attached and invest too much time for appointments. Never become discouraged in the process of Sankirtan, even though sometimes no books go out. For example, today, for 1 hour, I could not get to one of these bosses. Everybody threw me out, or they had the books already. But still, I went on until I found someone to take books. I met a boss who had taken 5 books 2 years ago, but this time he didn't want any. Still, he allowed me to see the cashier who took some for the businesses. He took 10 books for all the workers and he felt inspired. Krishna will always send people who like what we are doing. So it's a very nice point here being made of looking at creative ways to present Srila Prabhupada books. And one of the very ways which we found from Navina Neerath Prabhu, who's a wonderful book distributor, a world-renowned book distributor, and a very, very nice disciple of Adhanath Maharaj, very nice devotee. I had the privilege to hear him when we go to our Guru Maharaj Yatra in Mayapur. He's normally there in Jagannath Puri. So it is very nice to see the mood Prabhu is explaining. We may try, and it's all right if even if we get rejection. And at the worst, people can tell us on the phone, "No, I'm not interested. Don't call me." Especially if we are calling our friends, they may just say, "You know what, Shipra Mataji or Bhagwati Mataji, thank you. But to be honest, I donate money elsewhere." And in that moment, all you have to do or say is, "Oh, thank you so much, Anil Bhai, for listening to me, to giving me your attention. I'm so happy that I have a friend or I know somebody like you. If there are more people in the world like you, this world will be a much better place." The moment you tell them that, you will see that they will feel like reciprocating with you, if not today on the call, in the future. And then you can follow up with a message. "It was really nice speaking to you, Anil Bhai. I thought let me just share the link with you anyway. And if you like to give something, great. If not, you can pass it on to others. And in that process, you will see many people will come forward and say, okay, let me try. Let me try to give some books. Let me try to do something for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. So that's the only thing we can do from our side, is the endeavor. And Navina Neerad Prabhu is telling us here that please don't get disappointed if people say, no, I'm not interested. And try to remember the quote which I try to do of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who said that you may get many reversals when you go out, but in the process of getting these reversals, you're developing chitta rakta for your chitta sharira. You're developing spiritual blood for your spiritual body. So that is our only asset and advantage in this very life, that we are able to do that. So my humble request to all of you is that please, if you can take part in this contact calling, I know many of you have already contacted your 10 people, but you can still speak to a couple of other friends, tell them of what we are doing, tell them about the Bhagavad Gita chat program, and that thereby encourage them to keep a box of Bhagavad Gita in their home to order Bhagavad Gitas. Like that, we can try it. But before we try that, I thought let me open up if you have any comments or any questions you would like to ask me on the verse we discussed or on what I read from this book called The Nectar of Book Distribution. So if you like to ask me anything, and then if not, we're going to do a little role play and try to call up a couple of people and see how we get on. So I'll open up for any comments or any questions you may have at this point. Anyone, anything? We have one devotee called Sonal Mataji. Where are you dialing in from? If you could know, maybe you can unmute yourself and tell us where are you dialing in from today. Okay, while we wait for Mataji, if anybody has any more comments or question, I want to share with all of you today. Pratibha Mataji, she sponsored so many sets of Bhagavatam, and now today she sponsored another, I think, nearly 100 Bhagavad Gitas today actually. She's from our chat group and always trying to do whatever she can. So I just saw her email come through as of sponsorship before I logged on. So that was very encouraging. Krishnamani Mataji, would you like to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhuji just wanted to know about the Sachinandan Maharaj's class information. So,
is it not come out on that Parikrama group? Are you on that WhatsApp or you're not there, Mataji?
I don't have the phone at the
Okay,
moment.
so how can we send you that information if you don't have a phone? Via email?
Yeah, you can send it by email. Yeah.
Okay, who's able to help me with that service that somebody can send it to? Krishnamani Mataji, can you leave your email address in the chat box?
Okay.
And somebody can then email you?
Or you can send it to Padmavati Mataji, Padmavati Nitai.
Is that Bhagwati Mataji? Oh, no.
No, Shabani, I'm Shabani.
Shabani Mataji, yes.
I can send to Mataji. Mataji, if you can just type in your email address, then I will send it.
Thank you, Shabani Mataji. Thank you so much. Any comments or anybody has any questions? Maybe a reflection, anything which stuck in your mind from what we just read or discussed?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Not from what we just heard or read.
Sure.
Yesterday, right, about that.
Yes, Prabhu.
And so we read that chapter.
Oh, yes. Please share some reflection, Prabhu, from that
Me and
chapter.
Shivani read this chapter today, but I think after reading that, it's very knowledgeable topic. In that, a lot of information is given, but I think we felt that we are nowhere closer to, that's do that, because it's very difficult to forget things. Look everybody as equal, look every living entity and look for the super soul in them, and bow down maybe in mind, obeisances. I think very, very far, I think, not sure whether it's this life or not many lives will be reached in that stage to do that, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Girish Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, that is the mood of a devotee who's quite humble, like yourself. Obviously, it is a big goal, but it is very nice to have an exemplary life of devotees like Uddhava, and who is praying to the Lord, and Lord is telling him what kind of vision he needs and how. But this is the beauty of devotional service, you see, Prabhu. When we take to the process of Krishna consciousness or devotional service, it
Yeah.
is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is a verse that everything which we think is impossible, even the easy, oh, here we are, believe it or not, this I wouldn't say super soul because I'm not that advanced, but I don't know if you can see my video. I have these cards on my table which I try and kind of sometimes look at them and memorize. So this is the verse. I can't believe it's just there in front of my eyes. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 14.1. Kathananchana Smrite Yasmin. CC, I don't know, it's a Bengali tune. No, actually, it's a verse which is in a Gita meter for some reason. Duskaram Sukaram Bhavet Vishmrate Viparitam Sayat Sri Chaitanyam Namami Tam. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are many verses which are also quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam. So some of these verses also kind of come in that meter. So here in this translation, it is explained, Prabhu, things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the first part, which is so nice and illuminating. I'll read it again. Things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next part is, but if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. So the point is, Prabhu, that it may look very difficult when we read this beautiful conversation in the 29th chapter of the 11th canto, which we were referring in our conversation yesterday, between Uddhava and Lord Krishna. And when we look at these sweet exchanges between a pure devotee of the Lord and the Lord, that such an amazing understanding is there. But for us, there is even more hope, Girish Prabhu, than anybody else in the world. And the reason for that hope is none other than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is come down in the garb of a devotee, although he's the Lord. Well, he actually came down as a devotee in the garb of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to show us, by teach us by his example, that how something so difficult like developing love for Shri Shri Radha Sham Sundar, Shri Shri Radha Govindji, Shri Shri Radha Krishna can be possible with the help of the devotees and with the help of following our acharyas actually. So in that way, Girish Prabhu, we can hold on to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and keep praying, and one day we will get there, Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Prabhu. Thank you,
Explanation.
Prabhu. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So now I would like to request all of you to stay. Maybe today I'm struggling to speak a lot. I need to drink some water if you don't mind. Just had a pretty long day today with quite a few services. So maybe Mukunda Hari Prabhu, thank you for joining us. Keshav Gokulanand Prabhu is not feeling very well. Mukunda Hari Prabhu, he's quite unwell. So perhaps Mukundari Prabhu, if you're there, maybe you can start off, Prabhu, just welcoming the devotees and just sharing with them what they do, what we do together. And then between you or me or somebody else who wants to trial it out, Mukunda Hari Prabhu, we can do a little call. But I'm just going to take a 2-minute break to grab a glass of water, Mukunda Hari Prabhu, if that's okay.
Sure, Divya Naam Prabhu. Take your time. Take your
Thank you.
time. Hare Krishna, everybody. Please accept our humble obeisances. All goes to Sri Prabhupada. So yeah, welcome to this next section of today's call, which is to do with the chat, the Sankirtan and Live to Give. We're going to do the live calling. We see this many times in charity calls when they have like so many screens and everybody's calling at the same time, and people get inspired by just watching each other. Even if you can't hear what's being said, you can see others making calls, and we can get inspired by that. So we've done this. I think this is the third or maybe the fifth call today. and it's every time it's been very successful, and every time we're getting more and more people. So welcome all. Um, Basically, what we are doing, we know everybody knows the campaign. Is there anybody here who doesn't know what the campaign is? Okay, that's great. So the campaign is that we're trying to distribute as many Bhagavad Gitas between now and the 25th of December, which is the Gita Jayanti. This time, of course, previously we used to go and knock on doors, we used to go and walk on the streets distributing books. This is not possible this time because of the lockdown. And even after the lockdown's finished on the 2nd, we now know that the restrictions are going to continue in most places, so we will not be able to go out. So this is why the distribution will probably exclusively happen by phone calls and online. So what we're doing is initially, just if you can look at your phone book, if you haven't done it yet, if your telephone directory, and just pick up 4 or 5 names from your friends, family, contacts, colleagues, whatever. Just pick up 5 names. Well, what I do, just to give you an idea, of course, there's hundreds of names on our phone. We've got work colleagues, we've got devotees, we've got family, we've got friends, like that. So what I do is I go through it, and I know, of course, you know this, most of the people. I look for what Shishika Prabhu calls the low-hanging fruits. So amongst your friends and family and work colleagues, you will know some people who are either quite pious and they are sort of spiritual. That's one category. Other category, some people you know who are generous, who generally sort of always are inclined to give charity, people like this. So these are the 2 categories I look at. The third category is people who perhaps I can influence, right? People who are, for example, younger members of our extended family who are likely to, listen to me, kind of thing. Even if they don't feel like it, they will say it because, okay, uncle's saying it, or like that, right? Something like that. Either way, one way or the other, we're trying to inspire these contacts of ours to get involved in this wonderful, wonderful event. We're trying to get these Bhagavad Gitas. This is the best gift we can give to anybody. And by us inspiring these friends of ours to take part in this campaign, we are doing 2 things. Number one, we're giving them the chance to accrue an amazing amount of spiritual credit. Because by them inspiring somebody else to do this, especially in this wonderful month of Kartik, where in the last 5 days, Bhishma Panchak, where the benefits of these activities are intensified even more than the normal Kartik months. So we just need to just make the phone calls, speak to them, be very natural, explain to them that we are part of this campaign. We're trying to distribute Bhagavad Gita. You can use your own words, but basically we're trying to say to people, look, there is a huge lack of knowledge, of spiritual knowledge in this world. And you can use whatever reference. You can say even now people are struggling, people have got so much miseries because of COVID, or either health, or losing jobs, or whatever. So, but there are answers for all these issues in the Bhagavad Gita. If we read the Bhagavad Gita, we will get answers from there. And more than anything else, we will get peace of mind by reading spiritual, by getting spiritual knowledge. So just try and say, and then say that, look, we're trying to do this, and then explain to them the packages. We've got the 4 packages. The first package is 15 books, £71. And then you know that and so forth. Does anybody want to see the leaflet? Even Babu, can you put the leaflet up, the four campaigns, if you get it in front of you?
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. I'm going to, I'll share it in the Sankirtan Forever group, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay,
So
fine.
everybody can have it handy when they are calling as well.
That's it, yes.
I'll just share it.
So have that in front of you so you can speak about the packages quite clearly. So talk about the 4 packages, and literally just say, look, all we're doing is we're trying to either you take them to we'll deliver them to your home, and you can use them for giving gifts, rather than going out and buy a Christmas gift. Give a Bhagavad Gita to all your family this year, right? Even to children, if you're giving Bhagavad Gita to teenagers, it's fantastic because they will start reading it now. The earlier you start reading it, the better it is. So, and that's it. Just speak to them, be very natural, and just leave them with that link, right? And then what generally we also do is we follow up after a few days. Of course, we don't want to sound like we're hounding people, but what I do generally is a little bit of a cheek. But I say, by the way, so and so, somebody else I sent the link to, it didn't work for him. I just want to make sure that it worked for you, and then that way you can just make sure that they're doing something with that link, right? So you can use any other method you like, but yeah, so very straightforward. Divya Naam, you want to go through like a role play?
Yes, Prabhu, we can do a quick. Maybe we can ask if Mukunda Hari Prabhu, if anybody who hasn't tried or would like to be part of the role play between Mukunda Hari Prabhu and yourself, would anybody would like? Uh, either way, either you can try to call Mukunda Hari Prabhu to introduce the campaign to him, or Mukunda Hari Prabhu can try to you. So, any volunteers who would like to volunteer here? This is a good practice if you want to take the advantage. If not, both of us can do it.
Krishnavani Mataji, how about you?
Just have to, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'm not so good at talking.
This is exactly why you should do it. Do the practice now. So live, then when you're talking to your friend, I'm sure you're very good at speaking to your friends. Now, nothing more to do here. Just speaking to your friends, ask them how they are, how's everything, how are children, whatever, and then just slip in this campaign. So I'll be your friend, and you can try and convince me.
Okay, I will try, Prabhu.
Okay.
Mataji has just now distributed already like 2 or 3 people she contacted and offered. So you're perfect in a good place, Mataji, to try it with Mukunda Hari Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Okay.
So you can act. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I'm going to mute myself.
Hare Krishna. Who is this?
Hare Krishna, Mukund Hari Prabhu. This is Krishnavani.
Oh, hello, Krishnavani Mataji. Long time no hear.
How are you?
I'm fine so far. Very, very fortunate that COVID has kept away from us and family. So thankfully we are okay. Krishna's mercy. How are you doing, Mataji? But how are you doing, and Prabhuji?
Yeah, we are not too bad, Yeah, just because of the COVID, and we're trying to ring few friends, at a time, because there's so many. It's a big list, but we try to ring few friends at a time. So just wanted to know how you're doing, and
thank you for your call.
As like because of this COVID pandemic, everybody is struggling, and right, we are, people are so, what you call, distressed, and yeah, so just we are doing some sastra dan, and we, even it is, the Gita Jayanti is coming, so we are trying to distribute some books, Bhagavad Gita, and Christmas is coming as well. So we thought, like, if you would like to join in Sastradan, and it's also because, the Kartik month going on, there's now few days left because of, this Bhishma Panchak is going on, only last few days left. And, the book, Sastradan is the best, like what you call dan. So, like I thought, I'll just give you a ring and see if you would be interested in, helping out some people, because, by donating, we can distribute these books, because there are so many people are waiting to receive the knowledge. And, some people, if they can't afford it, we can at least put it in the prison or homes or schools and places like that. So if you would like to donate some.
How does it work, Mataji? And what books are you talking about?
At the moment, we have a very concessional price, Bhagavad Gita books. It's a very, like what you call cost price we are giving out. And there is, the sets of 15 Bhagavad Gita just for 71 pounds and 25 Bhagavad Gita for 115 pounds. So there is a, there is a 4 categories. There's also 52 Bhagavad Gita and 104 Bhagavad Gita. So depends, what, or how much would you like to, donate.
But Mataji, already I have Bhagavad Gitas in my home. I've got extra Gitas here. A lot of my friends already have Bhagavad Gitas. So, it's quite difficult.
Prabhu, but like, yeah, your friends and everybody, but like, if you would like to, give it out some donations, so at least we can give, distribute to some other people who really need it, really looking for this,
Oh, I see what you
knowledge.
mean. That sounds interesting. Yes, that's something that I can consider actually. I'll think about that. How do I do it then?
Okay.
What do I need to do?
Right, I can send you the like the leaflet and link, so then like you can decide how much you want to. So I will send you the link.
Okay.
And so you just have to click on the link and then you just fill it out, how much would you like to donate.
Okay.
But
Well, thank
this
you.
is a really okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much,
Thank you for your
Prabhu,
call.
for
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishnamani Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So there you go. See, you have to be
Sorry.
completely natural. You're fine. You're completely natural, and it worked. It would work out. Your call will be successful because you're not very pushy, and that's fine. You don't want to be too pushy, and you just gave the facts and then left it to me. So yes, and I came up with objections that normally people will come up. People say I already have it and all that, right? So then you of course spoke
Yeah.
about sponsorship, and this is what the main push is, right? So yeah, perfect. Has anybody any questions? Anybody any questions?
So just one thing I wanted to add, Mataji, and for everyone here, we have recently just got the confirmation that ISKCON worldwide is conducting a yagya at the ISKCON, not at ISKCON, at Kurukshetra itself. We recently opened a temple of ISKCON in Kurukshetra. It was Prabhupada's desire as well. So devotees have, I think, only not very long ago, a temple has opened. So that temple has taken the responsibility to organize a yagya in the Kurukshetra itself. So anybody who sponsors the books, it is for the first time it is happening. It is, I mean, at least from an ISKCON point of view, we have never heard a yagya being carried out in Kurukshetra. At least I haven't. I don't know if anybody has. So on the Gita Jayanti itself, the yagya will be conducted, and then the names of the people will be offered in that yagya. And also, anybody who does it before 25th of December, and anyone who does it on the day of 25th of December, which is the Gita Jayanti, their names will be offered in the yagya at Bhaktivedanta Manor. So we are working with the Bhaktivedanta Manor management to organize a yagya with the idea or a goal in mind to invite 10,000 people online to recite Bhagavad Gita this year. I mean, it's a big aspiration, but why not? Prabhupada always wants us to think big. And in this current circumstances, we are mobilizing, we are doing a big marketing thing to invite 10,000 people. So that day, we will do a nice presentation on Bhagavad Gita and encourage people to sponsor. And as they sponsor, their names will come up on the screen. We are working on that. So these are some exciting things coming our way, but especially the Kurukshetra Yagya is quite a nice one to tell people. I will get Keshav Prabhu later on to do the flyer or amend it. Especially we will do one about the Yagya so people can see their names will go. I think that will really get people excited. In this current time where they can end their year by their name going into the yagya and start a fresh new year actually. So just wanted to add that, Mukunda Hari Prabhu. So
That's
maybe
great.
we can request devotees. Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah. So no, what I was saying was that's very nice. So Babu, just to clarify, just in my mind, but maybe somebody
Yes,
else may
Prabhu.
it out. Is that, so there's this yagya going on in Kurukshetra, but also the manner. So I suppose at different times this will happen, right?
Yeah, so two things, Prabhu. The yagya in the Kurukshetra is a yagya. There is no recitation happening. The recitation may happen locally, but every temple, the whole team which I'm working with, the global team, we made a decision because historically many temples would like to do their own recitation, and so was the case with the manor. So
Okay.
what is happening is Mukunda Hari Prabhu, the yagya will happen, which will happen in the morning. So by the time our recitation even starts, the yagya will be much over there, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay.
That
Fair
is
enough.
why we are saying if you sponsor it before 24th or on 24th, we can
Yes.
send your names in the night.
Perfect.
Otherwise your names can then be offered in the yagya at the manor.
Okay.
And then what is happening, Prabhu, there is also a global program happening arranged by the senior leaders is which will start from New Zealand because of the sunrise from there.
Oh,
And it's a
yeah.
24-hour program all the way going back like to the globe. You know, it'll come to UK, Europe time, and we have an hour presentation from Europe to present how our campaign went, what we did, some kind of skit, whatever we want to. So that we'll get an hour window and there will be a lot of Prabhupada disciples and many famous dignitaries on that call, Prabhu.
Wonderful.
So
That
that's
sounds
another
very
thing
good.
which has been
So,
happening.
so one again, second part of the question was that on the 25th of December at the manor,
Yes, Prabhu.
the names of people who are sponsoring now will also appear, I guess.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. The names will either we'll put it on both the places, Mukundari Prabhu. Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So people shouldn't think that only people who are going to do it on the day
yeah. That's right.
will
That's
be
right.
throughout. Perfect. That's
Okay.
excellent.
So we
Okay.
now I
Krishna
thought it would be
Prabhu,
good. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, on 25th, on Christmas Day, we are reciting, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is also very, very good.
It's
This
actual
year,
day. Normally it doesn't happen.
it's
Yeah, you're right. But this year
on
we're
Christmas.
doing on the actual day, Mataji. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. It
And,
was
like,
if you all look at the calendar of Bhaktivedanta Manor, you will see a different date. But we made a
yeah,
decision to do it on the day and create that buzz and energy even more, and that's why
Fantastic.
normally our marathon runs from 1st December to 24th, the official Bhaktivedanta Manor marathon. But this year it's running from 1st December to 25th of December.
Mm.
it's so nice because it's on Christmas Day, the Gita Jayanti, Gita will
Yes.
be recited, and in the one side, there will be so much sing going on. At the other side, like Gita will be recited and so many yagyas and everything. So,
Brilliant.
Yes, Mataji. Okay,
Brilliant.
Mukundari Prabhu, over to you.
Yeah, so just one request, everybody. One idea about this call is that we should be seeing everybody. We should have your cameras on, so that the idea is we can see people making calls and everything, which will encourage each other. So please have your cameras on if you can. And if you're sitting in your pajamas, you can quickly go and change.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to say that what will happen to the who already donated or sponsor, is their name will be appear on 25th?
Yes, they will. Yes, Divya Naam Babu just confirmed that. So everybody throughout the beginning, from the first day of this campaign. In fact, there were some people who actually did some donations even before the campaign. I know a couple, at least two of them that went through me. So even their names will be there. So everybody who's taking part in this campaign, their names will be there, and all of our names will be there as well because we're all taking part.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
And
So
thank you for switching on your camera, Shipra Mataji. So nice to see you, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
And
Right.
also, that the question I arise that about the bank transfer. So I don't think anymore will be done by bank transfer. But the senior people, they just sometimes they don't have
Credit
not
card and
familiar
card and
with not
yeah.
that's why they are a little bit hesitant.
Yeah,
Even if I tell them, okay, I'm helping you to do that, they will be comfortable as they used to do, go to the bank. And now, even online transfer, they are not so
sure,
familiar
sure.
with. So,
Okay. Yeah,
well,
Mataji. So if you do get still somebody, then reach out to me and we can look at a way of bank transfer. But this year it becomes very difficult when devotees or people transfer to the bank. To keep that manual account. It has happened in some cases, but we are trying to minimize as much as possible. But where the person has no other means and can only do bank transfer, then it's fine, Mataji, as long as they use the right reference and somebody lets me know, then I can try to update the sheet manually. So thank you, Shipra Mataji.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
Can I just mention something,
Mukund Hari
please,
Prabhu,
Prabhuji?
I'm going to start calling because I have one more call I have to make to the temple, and after that
Yes.
I'm going to call and come
Okay,
back maybe 10 to 5, Prabhu, if that's okay.
Yeah, you go. Everybody, we will reconvene at 10 to 5. But before that, Jolly Mataji has to say something. Jolly Mataji.
Oh yeah, Prabhuji, I was dealing with this incident with Keshav Prabhu, but he's not well, so that's why I'm bringing it up here.
Okay.
There's a mistake on the Shastradan site. It says 61 pounds, according to my friend. So she said, and she didn't want to send it through there, so she sent money to me, 61 pounds, and I'm gonna transfer it to Shastradan. However, she said it says, I'll read it out. I checked the link Shastradan again. It is 71 pounds, which what I found above is from the main website for visit to the temple. The website that says visit to the temple, it says she's wondered why the Sastradam link can't be found on the main temple site. And anyway, she will put another 10 pounds, she said, but she was, confused about that. So they don't correspond, the two of them, and there is not enough information on the site. All right, thank you.
Right, thank you, Jolly Mata. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll get Keshavan and Babu to have a look at that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, so yeah, we'll now go on mute. Everybody can start making the calls, and at 10 to 5 we will reconvene. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Best of luck to everybody. So devotees, we can come back online whenever you're ready.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I've just come online. I came late. My apologies to you. And I have tried to contact about 10 people, but 4 have answered. And I'm soon going to have some more results by next week. So hopefully I will go to some shops as well this week and then come back to you. Thank you, Prabhuji's.
Thank you, Rita Mataji. I heard Rita Mataji. I heard what she said. Thank you so much. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I rang one person. He is one of my uncle, but a bit from far. And I know that he reads Bhagavad Gita every day. He reads one chapter every day.
Very good.
And but I haven't spoken to him. He's a bit a far relative. And we are not always in touch. So I rang him. I spoke to him. And I was expecting him to be, you know, convinced easily or agree to it easily or understand it easily, but actually it wasn't, because he said that he's already got so many and he does distribute them to family and friends, but he will consider. I didn't get the response that I was expecting, but anyway, I tried my best.
No, Jyoti Mataji, as I was saying earlier, we have to, not everyone will be convinced, but at least you spoke at the Bhagavad Gita and you got him to think about it. Send him a link anyway. If you send the link, maybe he will have changed his mind. But it's good. Good effort. Very good effort.
Yes.
So don't worry about it. This is part and parcel of the whole thing. Every time you call people, some will be not interested and some maybe. Did you explore the idea about sponsorship with him?
Yes, I did, because he said that he's already got so many and he always distributes and gives them as presents. I said, how about sponsoring a bit more, supporting us and sponsoring a bit more? And he said, that's when he said that, okay, I will consider and I will call you back sometime.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice. Good.
yeah.
But that is the perfect way. So you can leave it with that. And then this way, just keep making calls. And out of 10, you get 4 or 5, 6, maybe who will be right. The 4, there'll be some will be not. So you just, but the whole idea is the fact that you tried, Jyoti Mataji. That is what Krishna really appreciates. So I'm going to take a call now, just waiting for this. Divya Naam Prabhu, you can take over.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Divya Naam Prabhuji, I wanted to ask you, once I have sent them the flyer and the request link address, what do I do then after that? How do I know they are going to sponsor or not, So how can I know? Hello, Hare Krishna, are you there? I can't hear you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji is muted. Can you see? They're both muted.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they are muted. Yeah.
So you have to wait a while, because I had a long call myself. So it's going to be a while.
Rita Mataji.
All right, then. Thank you, Jolly
Give me 2
Mataji.
minutes, then
Thank you.
I'm just on a call now. Rita Mataji, thank you for waiting.
Yeah.
Listen, Rita Mataji, I can answer that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Jolly, tell me.
you
What do you
can
do?
contact Keshava Prabhu,
Yeah.
and he will assure you that they'll find out, as long as you
Once
text him the details. Text him the details. Have you got his number?
Yes, I have got his number. Yes.
Text him the details,
Yeah.
and he will sort it out for you, because I had the same problem.
Yeah.
To
Okay,
know
that's
what,
great.
No
because
problem.
I was a bit confused. I mean, I was like
Yes, of course.
double-minded. What shall I do next? Because it's like a bit confusing.
Yes, of course. So
yeah.
if you worried about how it's being processed,
yeah,
he will tell you all about it, what you need to do and what you don't need to do, and as long as if you're doing it through the temple, that Shastadan site,
yeah,
it is safe, totally safe.
I have talked to the people I know. I have told them to donate or sponsor, or they can have it. Have as many Bhagavad Gitas as they want.
Okay, so the next step would be, when you a couple of days, you ring them again, say, how did you get on? Because you can tell a little white light, say, look, I know some people who had problem, which is true. My friend had problem with the link, who's been experiencing a bit of problem from that link. Can you tell me how you got on, and was there any problem with you? And then you got a window to ask them, how was it? Did they manage to pay whatever they said they would? That kind of thing.
Yeah, surely. Okay, Jolie, I'll try that. Thank you very much.
It's not easy though, as if you first started, but I tell you what, the second time you'll be ace on it.
Yeah.
Any other problems you think you got? Or any questions?
No, I am trying to convince the people. I know some of them are not answering their phone. Until unless they answer their phone, then only I can, go ahead with my conversation about sponsoring or donating. Or, I was also inquiring about the other pack our, group has, the one which has one Bhagavad Gita, the chanting beads and prasadam, but I've left that one. I've left it at the moment. So I'm just working on the main thing, which is the distribution of the Bhagavad Gitas at the moment.
As Prabhuji said, it's Saturday and people are busy, so don't worry.
Yes,
you can always do it again.
Surely. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Prabhu,
thank
but
you,
very
Mataji.
less
Hare
volume.
Krishna.
Oh, because I think because other people are speaking.
Sure. Mukundari Prabhu, may I kindly make you the host just for the next 10 minutes when you take the reflections of devotees, because I'm just coordinating the books to be bought over Prabhu tomorrow with BBT.
Sure. Okay, absolutely, no problem.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Divya Naam Prabhu, just one message, yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
I just spoke to Jyoti Pandey.
Okay.
Now she has got the books, lots of books, Bhagavad Gita in English.
Okay.
Now she has ordered a box from you already. So she has requested that to be in Hindi rather than English. I don't know whether it's possible.
Okay, so Prabhu, we could, but the thing is the Hindi Bhagavad Gita, we have only got 100, so we might be able to give her some, but they are only going to be here by mid-December, Avinash Prabhu, they are not here.
Okay,
so just ask her, because it's already in the probably either shipped to her on the way. If she gets it, tell her to keep it. We will swap it with her. If not, we will try to send a message over, Prabhu. If you send me a message, I will ask one devotee to try and update it manually on the spreadsheet, Avinash Prabhu.
Okay, if you can mix it in a box, that's fine.
Sure.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so Hare Krishna, welcome back, devotees. Thank you so much. So we'll take reflections. Rita Mataji was saying that she made a few phone calls and some she's waiting for. Some people didn't answer. Also, I got some like that. Some people they don't answer today. Maybe people are away or not sort of maybe the phone's on silent because they're on some other programs. But that's fine. At least you keep trying, and eventually it'll work out. Vita Mataji also had some query which Jolly Mataji has kindly addressed with her, so that's fine. Anybody else? How about Krishnamani Mataji? Can you tell us how it went today?
Yeah, it was good, Prabhu. Two people, one people was gone into answering machine. Second one, they're going to come back. And the third one, they agreed. But I need a link. So
The link is there already on the Sankirtan for Forever. Are you in that group, right? Sankirtan group?
yeah, I am. But Prabhu, my phone is not working at the moment for last few days. So if Divya Naam Prabhu, if he can send it to my husband, Umapati Prabhu, I think he's got, or if you have it, do you have Umapati?
I don't have Umapati Prabhu's phone because normally I only communicate with you. So if you can.
So if you can send the link, so I will send it to him, and then he will do, he will look at also link and also the list of, there's 4 types of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
So then he will choose what he can, sponsor. So.
Okay, but how do I send it to Umapati? Can you give me his number? Or how
Well,
can you...
actually, I could send it straight away if you don't mind, if you send me your email.
Yeah. Email is in the chat, Mataji.
Oh, I can put it
in the
in the chat.
Krishnavani number 9 at gmail.com.
All right. Is your email there?
Yeah, in the chat.
I will do it for you.
I can't see it here.
Chatma.
I'm looking at the chat now.
Okay.
It is in the it was in the chat group.
Was it?
Yeah, let me have a look if I could find it. But I've got it on. I've saved it just to get easy access.
Okay, so you, Jolly Mataji, you have the email address of Krishnamani Mataji then, yeah?
Well, I hope I have. She said it's on the thing. Krishnamani Mataji said it's on her name. So I'll check it out and send it tonight.
Okay.
Yesterday, I gave it to, Divya Naam Prabhu from my husband's phone. So I think he's...
Let him deal with it then.
Yeah. Actually, Divya Naam Prabhu's got a lot on his plate at the moment. So Jolly Mataji, it'd be nice if you can...
yeah, if I definitely get the email, it will be it wouldn't be long. I tell you, I promise you.
Did you find it, Mataji, or shall I put it again?
Put it, please, and put it in. Put it on mine, Jolie, and I'll definitely send it to you. Is that okay?
How do I send it to you?
You look under Jolie, you'll find my. I do.
My phone is not working. That is the problem.
Of course, yeah. Well, can you tell me it and I'll write it down?
Okay. Krishnavani.
Is it capital or?
K-R-I.
Yeah.
S-H-N-A.
Yeah.
V-I.
V-I.
No, V-A-N-I.
V-A-N-I.
Number 9.
Number 9.
At gmail.com.
Okay. And is it a capital K?
No, everything small.
Okay, thank you. So it's Krishnavani9 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Jolly Mataji.
Is it possible to put the leaflet as well?
Yeah. The leaflet and the link. Yes?
Yeah.
The Shastradhan link and the leaflet.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so next on my screen is Jolly Mataji. Jolly Mataji, how was your...
Oh, yes. I phoned a friend who is the friend of the other friend that donated, but she's retired, so she's not able to do 25. She's agreed to do part of, and so, but it ages since I spoke to her, so the conversation was trying to fill up what she had missed talking about, and she does like talking, so it was like, kept on and on. And I had to say, look, I'm in a group now, and I managed to finalize things. And she said I'll send the link and the flyer, and she will do it immediately, she said.
Brilliant. No, that's fantastic.
But she wants to do the same as my friend. She doesn't want to go through the temple, the Shastradhan. She said, can she send it to me? And I said, check the Shastradhan first, because you're very good on the computer, and you might get it easier there. And if you don't, maybe you can get back to me.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry, I just switched that off.
That's excellent. So you got wonderful news today.
Yes, thank
you so much. Next on my screen is Avinash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I tried to ring a number of people. Some were not available. I managed to get in touch with one, but she already ordered a box. I was mentioning to Divya Naam Prabhu just now.
Okay.
Then I phoned another one, and they requested for me to send them the link. Okay. And just now I've got another one, is actually my wife's friend. So she has asked for it. So I'll be sending her the link as well. So those are the two possible who may be able to actually be sponsoring something.
That's very good. Excellent. Excellent. Well done, Avinash Prabhu. Rita Mataji, do you have anything to add after, because I think most of the people were on the call when you were speaking.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Rita Mataji.
I am managing to call people, but I'll be calling some more people during this weekend, and I'll update you on the group.
Perfect.
And they are all agreeing to do some donation, but as my query was, how would I know that they have done it? Because it's just that contentment feeling. I know I'm just doing my duty at the moment, so I hope they will carry on what they said.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'll contact Keshav Prabhu later on maybe, and then talk to him as well.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Is he online with us today?
No, he's not feeling well today, so that's why. So maybe I will leave it alone for a couple of days. Give him time to recover, and then you can call him maybe on Sunday or Monday.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
I'll do that, Mukan Prabhuji. Thank you.
Mataji, Divya Naam Prabhu was saying that, like if they do that, then it's straight away Divya Naam Prabhu or, Keshav Gokul Prabhu, they will know. So if you ring them, they will able to tell you that your friend has donated or not. Yeah, so you can find out from them.
Yeah. So that's thank you for sharing
Krishna Vani Mataji, yes. Divya Naam Prabhuji just said that he's very tied up at the moment, so I don't want to disturb him.
Yes.
Most probably I'll talk to Keshav Prabhu later on.
That's a good plan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Next.
Thank you, Krishna Vani Prabhu Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita Mataji.
We would like to see you, Mataji. We don't.
Me, I'm just resting actually. I was, that's why I was in bed. I'm just listening to you. I'll, on the next program, I'll come up.
Sure.
Surely. Okay, Mataji. Nice talking to you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next on the screen is Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji.
Yes, like I said earlier, I rang one of my far relatives.
Oh yes, we spoke about that. Yes, I'm not sure how many of them heard, but yes, you had you phoned, but he reads Bhagavad Gita every day, and he already distributes. So he said he wasn't interested, but then he said, "Send me the link. He might consider sponsoring." Right?
Yes. So I am being positive, and it was quite positive towards the end, because he said, "Okay, that's fine. Send me the link." So he might sponsor us, or he might buy some for himself or friends and
Really?
family. So let's just be positive.
Brilliant. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's very, very good.
Yes.
So this is the first one you made, right? So now you should
Yes, this is my first time.
So it's
Yeah.
like this, and even if somebody says no, it is not a problem, because by getting a negative also, we made the effort, and Krishna gives us the benefit. Whether the person says yes or no, the benefit we get already just by making the effort.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Then I've got Shobna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji.
I want to share that so far I've got 7 families.
Wow.
And I tried getting in touch with couple today,
Yeah.
but it seems I didn't have much luck because they were saying that, no youngsters read the Gitas, and if we get them, what can we do and all that. So I said, you can eat in hospitals and etc.
Yeah.
But I think the response was quite negative. People don't have time to read and they're just tucked away.
Fair enough.
So I did not want to then push because
no, that's fine.
I've already got 7 devotees. 2 of the devotees are from our Gita, Bhagavad Gita life course, and one devotee got 52, sponsored 52, and the other one 25.
Okay.
And my 3 boys, they all sponsored 15 each.
Brilliant.
So I made up to about 207 now, but I've still got a couple of friends who are looking into it. I'll send them the details.
Fantastic.
So I want to reach my 10 if possible.
That's brilliant. Absolutely. So you can see how when you persevere and when you put your heart in it, it happens. That's brilliant. That's so nice. You've still got a whole month to go and you've already done 7. So that's.
I wasn't confident at all because I didn't want to do it because, and then I received the Srimad Bhagavatam, and I find them so inspiring. I'm thinking, I know Bhagavad Gita will help so many people, so I need to push. So I'm going to try my best. Thank you so much.
Really, really well done. Thank you, Shobna Mataji.
Thank you for inspiring us.
You are an inspiration for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think Chandra Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
All glories to Prabhupada. Thank you for your service, Prabhu.
Thank you for all of you for this. We all in it together.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I joined a bit late. I was resting and then I'm trying to catch up. So I made a few phone calls. Haven't got anything yet. But during the week, a friend of mine I hadn't called for many years, sponsored 25 Gita. So I already delivered 10 to him.
Okay.
And 15 hours for distribution. I'm still trying through others as well, but my apologies for joining very late.
No, don't worry, Prabhu. Don't worry at all. No, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for your effort again. So I'll just share mine. So I made, 3 phone calls, 2 went unanswered. The third one answered, and it was a long conversation. And he basically said that this person is a devotee, and he has a group of 60 people with he communicates with them every day, sending them some inspirational messages and everything. So he's got that group. So he said what he's going to do. He says he himself has got a box of Gita already, and he says I do distribution throughout the year anyway. But so he's not interested in sponsoring or taking anything for himself. But he says he's going to send the details to all his 60 contacts and follow them up. So he's becoming one of the distributors. So that's a very good thing. So that's positive from that side, although I didn't get any particular success today, but at least he's going to now work on those 60 contacts he's got to try and get some. So even if you get 6 or 7 from them, it's going to be fantastic. So that's the story so far. So wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining the session. Please look after yourselves, and let's carry on doing this wonderful service for Srila Prabhupada.
Oh, Prabhu, I forgot to add. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. My friend said, can she have a guitar? And I said, I'll donate one to her. And she said that her church might be interested, so she's going to approach them for us to play some in the church.
Okay.
She's Christian.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Isn't that nice?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my wonderful news.
Thank you.
You're doing really well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. All right, devotees, please look after yourselves. Have a nice weekend, whatever is left of it. And we will all see you next week. Hare Krishna.
So much.
Have we got the link for tonight in the temple? There is a program, isn't there?
Yes, today we have
7 o'clock.
Yeah. Is there a link on our group?
Avinash, have you got that link?
Yeah, I got a link. I'll send it to our Sankirtan Forever one.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Shavna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I don't know about this link. What is happening tonight?
So there's a program. Sachinandan Maharaj is going to speak about the Kartik month and everything. So
Okay.
Part of Sankirtan group.
Oh, Prabhuji, can I join? Can I have a link, please? I don't know anything about it.
Yes. So Chaitanya, are you part of the Sankirtan Forever group? WhatsApp group?
Yeah, just now.
But I'm not sure if Jyoti Mataji is a part of it.
Yeah, I'll just send it now. Just give me a minute, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I got shall I give you share you Zoom no meeting?
Yeah, so Chandra Babu is putting a link on the chat now, Jyoti Mataji.
Okay. Because I've just heard about it now, and I feel like I'm missing out on something really important, and I don't want to miss out on anything.
This is going to be very nice. So let's see.
Yeah.
I just put it on the group now.
Okay.
So you can, there's a poster and then the Zoom link and everything else.
Oh, you mean on WhatsApp group?
It's on the WhatsApp group of Sankirtan Forever.
Oh, I am not on that group, Prabhuji. I don't know what is that. I don't know that group.
1 minute.
So what I will do
Give
is
me your number, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What's your number?
So my number is 07497 497
497, yes.
501
657.
657. Yes.
07497 501 657.
Yes.
I will send it to you now.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Chat ma. Put it in chat.
Actually, I'm sorry. I've just got it and I've sent it. Jyoti Mataji, have a look. Have a look. You should have it now.
Chat ma, ne?
No, not chat. I've sent it to your WhatsApp, Jyoti Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yes. Okay.
You got
Yeah,
it, right?
I got it. Yes, Prabhuji.
So there's a Zoom link towards the end of that. That's where you need to click in and join in at 7 o'clock.
Okay, tonight. Thank you so much.
Huh? Krishnavani Mataji?
એક કામ કરો તમે પદ્માવતી નીતાઈ માતા છે ને એને બી મોકલાવી દો ને એડમિન.
Padmavati Nita, is she on our group?
Yeah, chat માં છે.
Chat ma che? Okay. Padmavati Nita, is it? No, not Padmavati.
Yeah, પદ્માવતી નીતાઈ માતા, yeah.
Nitai Mata, something like that, right? Nitai Mata, something.
Yeah, નીતાઈ માતા.
Okay. Hi. I can send it to her now.
Okay, કારણ કે મારી પાસે ફોન નથી તમે if you can do
No, I
that.
can do it right now because I have her number as well. So I'm sending it to her now. 1 second.
All right, yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. Nitai Mata. I hope it's the same one.
Hari Prabhu.
Yeah.
You can send it to our chat members on the chat group.
Chat group ma. But see, some people may not be part of that group.
Okay.
Chat group, of course, yeah. Chat group, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Let me send it to chat because otherwise you don't know. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
No, you're okay. You're welcome, Jyoti Mataji. Thank you so much.
Prabhuji, just one last question. Shall I record the 7 o'clock one as well? Or we don't
No,
need
that
to?
one's with School of Bhakti. They're doing their own recording.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
For the
Thank
offer.
you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I was wondering, these 2-3 new devotees from our chat group who are so inspired to do this service of taking the